Hello, everybody, and welcome to Feel Good Friday for Church at Home. It is Friday, the 21st of February. The month is going by quickly, isn't it? I read this, what I'm about to share with you. I read it about a week ago, and I kept reflecting on it and thinking that the feel good doesn't have to be a joke. The feeling good can really be about feeling good and how we get our day started. So I'm going to share with you a passage called Daily Fuel from Bear Grylls, Soul Food. So get comfortable. I'm just going to read this to you. If we don't get the right fuel in our bodies at the start of the day, we regret it later on. It's the same thing with spending time quietly with God. My days always seem to go better when I start them by quietly connecting with Christ. Note, better doesn't always mean easier. Mainly it means I feel calmer, stronger, freer, with more confidence and more clarity, and that always helps the day. It's not just about going through the motions, reading a few verses, or repeating some prayers. This isn't about religion or repetition. It's simply about getting in some real fuel for the soul for the day ahead. Reading a little of the Bible, praying, and listening to our hearts brings us close to the source of all wisdom, Jesus. It doesn't need to take long, but it sets the tone for the day ahead. Soon the habit becomes ingrained, and then as we continue with the rest of each day, we will start to notice His presence, even in the busiest of times. We will begin to recognize His voice, His encouragement, His guidance and protection. In other words, the initial quiet times, where we spend a few moments sensing God's presence, will eventually become all the times. This is a great goal for us all. As Paul wrote, "My goal is that they may be encouraged in heart and united in love, that they may know the mystery of God, namely Christ, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge." Colossians chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. I really, really like that passage, and I keep going back to it as my week goes on, and I keep thinking about how real that is, because as you know, I've mentioned this before, that I'm just going to get comfortable here, cross my legs, and chill out. Um, I mentioned before that for a while after I moved to Brandon, I fell out of the habit of my traditional daily office. Daily office being the prayers that I offer. Um, I prayed every day, always. Still pray for people that I say I'm going to pray for. Pray for my family, my husband, for my work, my diocese. But I got out of the habit of sitting down and taking 10 minutes to just meditate and be with the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer, the God the Father or Creator, God the Holy Spirit, God the Son, um, and taking some time in silence and taking some time to simply pray through the lists of things that people have asked me to pray for, the things that are important for me, to take some time to spend reading devotions like from Soul Fuel or from, this is what I've been using to actually do the daily office, this Celtic daily prayer, farther up and farther in. It's it's a different sort of form than the traditional Anglican prayer books, and I get a little flibbergy gibbet there. I get a little OCD, or not OCD. I get a little ADHD, and I need to not always do the same thing. So that's been helping me. But getting back into the rhythm, it takes me about an hour every morning, and I found that by coming into the office first thing in the morning and just being here in the silence, in the dark, I light a candle and I pray, it sets up my day much better. Now, I get here, 8:15 every morning, spend an hour in prayer. Well, there's an hour's worth of work I could have gotten done. But I have noticed that if I spend that hour in prayer, the rest of my day, I actually get more done. I'm more focused. I'm able to pay attention. I'm able to be calm. There's lots of things that come across my desk or over the phone or conversations I have to have that are really, really hard conversations or decisions to make. And I noticed on the days when I've taken time to pray, those are the days when I don't panic. One of my prayers is that I will be anxiety free. And the more I pray that, the more I realize I am. Does it mean I never feel anxiety? No, of course I have anxiety from time to time. But I'm noticing that I'm noticing it faster, that I'm recognizing that I'm anxious, and then I can calm myself down. I can take a deep breath and say, okay, God, you got this. I am your instrument. I am your child. I am the person you have chosen to be here in this moment to deal with this situation. How do you want me to handle this? Whereas I notice on days when I don't take time to pray, I tend to forget to go there, or it takes me longer to get to that point, which is just a waste of time. So it's like my sister. God bless her beautiful little soul. She she has MS, and that, everybody else that would be like, oh, okay, that stops people. No, no, no. My sister, she's a teacher, and every second term she teaches outside, mostly like in the middle of the -20-degree weather with snow. She's teaching outside with these dedicated students from, it's like a one room classroom, like grade 9 to 12. It's amazing. She's amazing. But she's also a runner. She's a marathon runner. I did not get that gene. The idea of purposely making myself run for mile after mile after mile is just kind of, yeah, no, not going to happen. But she is a runner. And I have noticed over the years that her ability to think and function and be calm and be the best teacher and mom that she can be is really integrated with her ability to get outside and pound the pavement and breathe in that crisp air. She takes her phone with her everywhere she goes. And quite often, I've noticed, especially in the summer, when she has a bit more time and the weather's really good, she'll stop, she'll run through the forest and take pictures of things. She'll she'll stop and do a video of hearing an owl hooting, or when she sees a deer or something. And that's part of her discipline. It's part of what helps her to be who she is. We all need that thing that draws us closer to God. And while Jen and I haven't had a conversation about what it is that physically happens to her when she runs, I know her well enough to know that it really is a God thing for her. That's her way of being able to take a deep breath and exhale all the worries and inhale the goodness of God and exhale more worries and all of the stuff that she carries with her every day on behalf of her kids, on behalf of her students, her coworkers, because she is a compassionate, generous, and kind person. And I think that, I don't know, maybe she does sit down and do devotions. As a matter of fact, I think she does have a devotional book that she does use. But I think her running is a great part of what my daily office is for me. Her running is for her. And I think we all need to find that for ourselves. For some people, it might be sitting down with a paper. Um, oh, he's a German theologian, Karl Barth. Karl Barth was, if anybody's ever studied Karl Barth, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. I had to study him in first year, and from what I was able to understand, because he talks in circles, I think I really got along with his theology. I understood him. But the biggest thing I learned about Karl Barth was he was purported to be one who said, if you're a preacher, you stand in the pulpit with the Bible in one hand and the newspaper in the other. If you're preaching the good news of Jesus Christ, preach it to the context. Preach it to the people and the reality they're facing. And the reality that we're facing is that everybody hears things differently. Everybody has to do their own thing. When you need to understand and feel the presence of God for you, it may not be in doing an hour of daily office or going for a run in the woods. What is it for you? For some people, it could indeed be picking up the newspaper. That's why I brought up Karl Barth. I got a little discombobulated for a minute. But pick up the newspaper, because I know a few people who do this. They get the paper in the morning and they make that first pot of coffee and they get their Fruit Loops or their All Bran or whatever it is they eat. And they read the paper and they pray the paper. So they get the news, but they also pray about the news. So, a local news might have something about, a local child who went missing and was found, and they pray about that. It might be something about, that there's the pandemic is wafting through the nursing homes. They pray about that. Excuse me. That's for them, that is their time of centering themselves and getting them prepared for the day, spending time with God. For other people, it might be vacuuming. It's not for me, but we never know with people. Other people, it might be helping other people. You are the only one who knows how you can find that quiet place with God that gives you strength and gives you calm and gives you peace to help you walk through the rest of your day. My prayer for you today and for this weekend is that you will find that place. You'll find that rhythm, that moment, or that ability to be able to just kind of, here I am with God. We're in this together. We can take this day on. We're good. I hope you find that for yourself. I really do. I also hope you have a really awesome weekend. God bless you. I will see you on Sunday for Gospel on the Go or Monday for Church at Home with Rachel. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.